I'm going to read from a book that I've had since I was in 5th grade. The front cover already fell off. This is what the back looks like. And I got this at the Scholastic Book Fair in that was 5th grade. 2001, perhaps? Because this was before 9/11. And that happened in 2001, so. Anyway, and the book is called How I Survived Being a Girl by Wendelin Van Dranen. And it's about a girl surviving her girlhood. And I'm going to read from chapter 10. Chapter 10, Touching the Moon. Touching the moon was a secret for the longest time, and it's not something I'd just tell anybody about. But since it's not a secret anymore, and I officially know that it can't be done, I guess it's okay to try to explain it. See, I don't know how to say that name. Kokori? Okay, that sounds right. Kokori loves to howl at the moon, and I thought him howling at the moon was really neat. So sometimes I'd go out and try to get him going. I'd get down on the grass and start howling like a dog, and pretty soon he'd be howling away too. One night, it was so hot out that you had the choice of being miserable indoors or being miserable outdoors. I'll take being miserable outdoors anytime. People are just nicer to each other when they're miserable outdoors. So I was out in the backyard with Kokori, laying on the grass looking up at the sky. It was so beautiful out, kind of like when you're camping and everyone else is asleep and you can see out your tent, and there it is, the sky. It's all glittery, and if you look at it long enough, you feel like you're one of the stars. It's not something you talk about. It's kind of a secret between you and the stars. People may say, wasn't it beautiful out last night? Or, did you see the stars last night? Or something like that. But no one will ever mention the magic. So that night, I was out in the backyard with Kokori, feeling like one of the stars, when I noticed the moon. It was just a little crescent moon, but that night, lying there looking up, I thought it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. Partly because the stars all around it, but also because it was so white and thin. And for some reason, I stretched my arm way out and put my finger up and tried to touch it. If I held my finger just right and looked just above the tip instead of right at the moon, it really looked like I was touching it, and it felt like it too. It's not like feeling the grass or a piece of wood. It's like feeling rain when you're inside, nice and warm and dry, or like music. You can't really touch music, but think about your favorite song. Boy, can you feel it. And that's what touching the moon's like, only better. It tingles right down your arm to your spine and makes you want to stay there all night. I probably would have, except Kokori got tired of being used as a pillow, and then Mom came out and asked me what I was doing. At first I said nothing, but when she sat next to me on the grass, I decided to tell her. And that was a mistake. I didn't tell her the way I told you. What I said was, I'm touching the moon. Mom got this look that moms get when they're all panicked, but they're trying to stay calm, and she said, you're touching the moon? I just smiled and nodded. Well, she reached over and felt my forehead and asked me if I was feeling all right, and it hit me how stupid I sounded. Touching the moon, right. And I didn't want to explain it, and I didn't want to show her how. I didn't want anything but to take my secret back. But that's the problem with secrets. Once you have with yourself or once you have with the stars, the minute you tell anyone about them, the magic disappears. Even as you hear yourself say it, poof, there it goes, no more magic. And even when I explain it right, it doesn't feel the same. Somewhere there's this little doubt that takes over and makes you not even believe yourself. Pretty soon you think there really isn't any such thing as magic. Pretty soon you're all grown up.